from a child. Your giant pencil fear. I don't know, whatever you fear. But you know, all the little deepest, darkest fears in your heart, it brings out and swallows you whole. Honestly, there is not many weapons more dangerous than the Scarecrow gas. Enough to drive. Number 4. Web shooters. Now, the web shooters are something that I just like. I mean, it shows that Peter Parker isn't an idiot. I mean, the fact that he actually invented these web shooters for himself to make spider webs is interesting, and sometimes it adds some more interesting things in the battle. You know, in the middle of the battle, you know, he's fighting a villain, and all of a sudden, oh man, I'm out of web fluid. Gotta go, and he has to go quickly adjust his fighting style before he can refill his web fluid. I don't know. I always thought it was better than, you know, in the movie. It was good for the movie that they decided to give him organic webbing. But I mean, realistically, I know that's weird since we're talking about comic books, but realistically, why, if you had all this spider powers, why would the webs come out of the hands? If it was realistically, it'd come out of the butt. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, it's just the way it would go. But I mean, that would look a little weird. All right, villain. Well, I mean, that's anyway. But hey, the web shooters are a great addition to Spider-Man and his whole persona. I mean, and this is his pose. You know, just thwip, thwip. It has its own thing. Everyone, you don't hear flip, no pip. It's always thwip. It's what it always is. Anyway, I just like the web shooters, and I would like the web slinger. Number 3. Thor's Hammer. Now, in all honesty, I'm not a big Thor fan. I don't really know a whole lot about him. Nothing more than what I've seen on Marvel Ultimate Alliance. However, I do know that Thor's hammer is one of the ultimate weapons in the Marvel Universe. If not the ultimate weapon in the Marvel Universe. I'm not a fan of Thor, but I know that his weapon has to be on the top. Mostly because it has that whole thing of only those worthy enough can lift it. Right? You know, so I would just love to see it in the DC Universe. And Joker tried to pick it up or something, and be like, what's wrong with this thing? Or something. I don't know, but I don't know. It has that. It's another one of those mystic items that is powerful, and it has a sort of impact. When you see Thor's hammer, you're like, oh crap, or I don't know. It's just one of those things. So, yeah. I think Thor's hammer, I should say, is definitely one of the top comic book weapons. So who's next? Number 2. The Batarang. Honestly, there has not been such a simpler item that has been made so much better than it ever really could be in real life. I mean, it's a boomerang in the shape of a bat. It's a batarang, and it can do so much damage. It can be electrical. It can be explosive. It can have knockout gas. It can do anything that the writers want this batarang to do. And the best part, it still comes back to you. Unless it's an explosive, you know, then it's not coming back. But anyway, you know, it goes, hits whatever you want, it's back in your head, and you throw it again. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, it's the Batarang. It's a simple item. It fits in your belt. Throw it. Shoom. You could probably slice somebody's ear off with that thing. But I mean, he must have trained for hours. You know. It's had so many different versions and so many different types of Batarangs. It's probably almost impossible to tell which ones, or to show all of them, all the different types of Batarangs, because honestly, there's just so many. Of course, though, Batman usually sticks to his normal, hit you in the head, get you in the neck sort of thing. Honestly, though, the Batarang is just so simple, but so really, really, really cool. How better can you get than a boomerang in the shape of a bat? I don't know. So who's number one? We all know that Batman's my favorite superhero. I've already used up his item. I don't count the Batmobile as a weapon, so who's number one? Let's see. And the number one comic book weapon is Green Lantern's power ring. So now I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, are you telling me that a ring is the best weapon in comic books? Well, when it's a darn Green Lantern ring, when it's a Green Lantern ring, I should say so. 'Cause man, these things are powerful. Okay, I mean, the guy could, not just they're powerful, but they're really interesting. I would have never thought up in a million years, well, maybe a million, but I would have never thought up of a guy who has a ring that can control, that is controlled by his thoughts, and whatever he thinks of, he can create. Of course, there's limitations to it, and the whole way the ring works, that, you know, you have to control it, and you have to be able to overcome fear. And if you let fear in, your ring might not work, or you know, just the whole way the thing works. It's very, very interesting, and it's just cool, man. I hate rings, I hate jewelry, I hate all of that. But still, the Green Lantern ring is something that is just really powerful, really cool, and it is a mainstay in comics. I mean, the Green Lantern Corps, the Green Lantern's becoming more famous than any other superhero at this point because of Jeff Johns' Blackest Night. For comic book wise, he's becoming the most popular. I mean, everyone has to get their hands on Blackest Night. To get this thing, to get a good big event rather than the one of Final Crisis. Anyway, I just think the Green Lantern power ring is the greatest comic book weapon. You may disagree with me, but hey, I'm on YouTube, and you're not. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, you're watching my video, so deal with it. So, remember, I'm Lazy99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Those who worships evil's might, beware my power, Green Lantern's light. It's Peter Parker Spider-Man.